Hi, I'm Chan.
Hi, I'm Yo.
And this is
MUMxiety.
Okay, welcome back. And we have been on a break for a while because technical difficulties.
Today also got technical difficulty.
But we overcome it.
And we're back.
Yes, with a special guest.
Hi, I'm Celine.
Hello.
So yeah, because we are talking about working moms, so we want to have like inputs from
A working mom.
yeah.
Okay, we are all working moms.
Yeah, actually yes lah, but 不可以只有我的片面之词.
Jing, jing, jing.
Yes, that's why we got her in.
Some background. Chan, Celine, and myself have known each other for 10 years now, I think.
10 years? Yeah.
10. I've known
I
Chan
think
for 10. Means Chan and Celine know each other for more than 10.
That's
Maybe
right.
12.
Maybe. Because I know Chan 11 already. 11
12 or 13 years, maybe.
Yeah.
是吗?
I think
long.
so. And yeah, we know each other
That's
long.
even long. Yeah, damn long. So we went from like young adults to now mother of one, mother of two, dog of one. Mother
Of one.
Not wrong lah. I am the dog at home lah. I am the
小狗 of one.
I am the dog at home lah.
Living a dog life.
Well, literally. I live the dog life with the dog. Not sure who's the actual dog.
Actually, yes leh. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm the kid instead.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, when my girl like, no, 不可以. Then I feel like, oh my god, did I do something wrong?
That day my husband say I'm the favourite owner. I said no, I'm the slave. Everything is I do one.
Exactly. As parents also, right, if your kid has chosen you, you feel like, oh, so shocked for a while. But after that, if you're
Yeah.
the main person, you'll be like, walao eh.
Yes.
我是 slave.
Yeah.
Yes, actually, it's true. And sometimes if you're not a preferred parent, it's actually better because the kids don't keep looking for you.
Yes,
Yes.
then you feel like the 妈姐, the preferred 妈姐. Anybody watch like the 翡翠山?
Yeah, I
Then
want
they
to watch.
always
I
call-
have.
I haven't watched
Yeah,
it.
they always call the 萍姐, then like she's like the main one ma. So whatever the what Zoe Day wants, then she will 萍姐. Then the 萍姐 so busy, right? So we are like the 萍姐 lah. call.
Yeah, we gonna be relegated to 妈姐.
Yeah. I mean, we basically do the same chores, but they are not married.
Not sure if that's better or worse.
And it's not their kid lah, so they can leave anytime.
True.
But we can't.
You can lah, you can leave lah.
You cannot lah. I mean like,
How?
Just
the-
abandon no.
walao eh.
Many people abandon.
we don't stand with you. I mean, like,
I
no.
never. I just say you
Oh.
can. I never say you should. Got difference. The silence.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
SPCA beware. She got
gonna,
what?
You're not gonna abandon my dog.
Call police.
My house got one police. Yeah, so back to working moms. I think all of us are working because like it's 2025. Everything's expensive. We need to work. Raising kids expensive.
Super expensive.
I think dogs also expensive.
Yeah, I think a lot of fees that comes with kids, you wouldn't think until you actually have kids. Yeah.
Like what?
So I mean, some things it seems like small amount, right? But when you add up, it's a lot. Like school fees,
Diapers.
diapers, yes, wet wipes. So, now like
Wet wipes,
auntie must go Shopee and then wait for sale, you know.
I
Then
also,
buy.
but actually my wet wipes also the same.
Yeah.
I got human wet wipes and dog pet wipes also. But it's never ending on the wet wipes for me also.
Same lor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think it becomes a habit also. So it's very convenient. So then the more you use, the more you have to buy.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, I don't even use tablecloth to clean my table anymore.
Yeah.
Wet wipes and
Same.
Clorox wipes.
Yeah.
Throw away.
Same. I have the like very big, the Assure, like super big, like bao one. Just like really wipe. The alcohol smell damn strong one. Like, you feel like, wow, clean.
Oh, okay, I cannot alcohol and bleach lah. So like even the Clorox ones that I use to clean table, right? I need to dry after that. Cause the dogs cannot like bleach ma. It's not great for them.
Oh.
Yeah, so that one got a bit of problem. But like that's why I have the human wipes also. Cause that one I can clean every surface ma. Then cause the pet wipes a bit more expensive, so that one is to clean the dog.
Hello.
Yeah,
So many of these costs involved. Then but the big costs are like insurance. Wow. Want to faint, yeah, paying for insurance, but you also don't have insurance. I mean for me lah, that is my family, we feel more secure if we have insurance. I know some people don't really.
This is
what I
not
mean.
sponsored.
My parents never buy insurance for me. Legit. So like that's why I got heart murmur, right? I was never insured. Cause if you insure me before that, then you don't have that issue, right?
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
already
yeah.
insured. But by the time I knew I had heart murmur, which was I was 12. So then we realized that my parents never buy insurance for me. So now whenever I get insurance, one is damn expensive. But it excludes my heart lor. So if I die, and anything you die, right, very easy to link to heart one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Unless the other vital part die first, oh.
Yeah, but generally, if the
Actually,
other
that's
part,
right,
the other part kena, your heart will still stop first, ma. Then you die, ma. Right.
Okay,
So
this
that's
one a
why-
bit technical.
So that's why, I mean,
Medical, a bit medical.
technically you die is cause your heart stop, ma.
It can any medical person
Got
or like,
got those underwriter can come and share.
yeah. Can come and share lah. Very curious also.
Yeah, so that's why all my insurance all my life I've always had excluded heart, and it's more expensive also.
Yeah, lor, I
So
think-
you buy for your kid is good one.
yeah.
Yeah, and I got a friend also, right? Like actually since pregnancy, we already worry about it. Yeah, because if you have any conditions, like the kid has any conditions that's covered and detected when he or she is still in your womb, then if you buy the pregnancy insurance, right, then it's covered up to I don't know how many percent, 70-80%. It's not full lah, but it's like a substantial amount.
Which is
that can help
important,
you.
I feel, honestly.
I have a friend also like that, right? She was like bugging her husband to, hey, go and buy. Then later, the husband never buy, Then like her last few gynae trips, like she was all about to give birth already. Then she realized, right, like her baby has some issues that require her to like do surgery. It's not a very life-threatening issue or whatever. It's just they need the surgery for her to like get back to her regular life. Then she was like, she checked already. Then she was very sad. Then she was telling her husband, lucky we got buy insurance. Then the
Oh,
husband
never
like,
mind.
the husband looked at her, and she looked at him. And she like, please don't tell me. Then he's like, yes, I never buy. Damn. They were like, what?
Shag.
Yeah, actually, I feel quite important that because okay, so I have 2 sons, right? My older one, is on the autism spectrum. So then, because the insurance we bought very early on before this, before he was even diagnosed. Yeah, because now that he's diagnosed already, it's also harder to get plans. So I mean, for us, it's very important. And I think lucky we also recognize the importance of it. Yeah, and then we got the plans early. So that all adds up to a lot of the costs that we have.
So how to single income?
This is not
It's
sponsored.
not single income, guys need to work. Everybody work.
Yeah. Because unless your spouse like earns a lot of money, if not, very hard to only like
Sorry we cannot attract the top 1%. So we no choice. We just
have
work.
to work ourselves lah.
But then on the other hand, right, sometimes it depends on the quality of life you want to have also, whether you want to be double income or single income. Because I have heard of stories, I've not personally known them, but like, like you watch on TikTok and whatever, right? There are some people really with just single income and then they can manage even like multiple kids.
I think multiple kids also sometimes it's a bit easier for one parent to stay at home and be the caretaker. I mean, I haven't done the math, right? But sometimes if you think you put, like, you got 3-4 kids, then you put everybody in school, in daycare, and you add all those costs up, right? Versus you have one person at home that can look after their needs and you don't have to like. But then again, the kid needs to go school also lah.
Yeah,
So
but
I
okay
don't know
lah.
lah.
If you're a single income and and the husband doesn't, assuming it's the husband who works and not earn a lot. I think if you go to a government preschool like PCF and all that, is highly subsidized.
Probably also
Yeah.
lah, yeah. I mean, I guess in Singapore, like if you really, really damn low income, there are ways and you will get help lah.
Yeah,
you don't leave
it's
people
the
to go
middle,
and die.
it's the middle income people who
Yeah.
are dying.
Work lah, everybody work.
Yeah, because that's why the middle income people are like double income people, I guess. 'Cause if
Mostly.
it's like the one like we're talking about like single income, then they have multiple kids. They seem to be able to hold it together. So we as the middle income people will be like, how come why I cannot So probably it goes with the quality of life and also the help we receive.
Probably. How to balance? Every day is such a struggle. And I'm saying I only have one dog. Then the one with 1 kid and 2 kids are just looking at me. You pain one.
Someone with special needs kids, you need to think about the cost of like therapies and all that. Then these are the costs that start to add to your overall expenditure. Then you feel like, wow, it's really very stressful. Definitely need to be double income, because if I don't share the burden of the financial, the household finance with my husband, right, I think he want to cry already.
I think it's very stressful. And I think that's also why it's very hard for us to ever go or turn into a single income family. I mean, don't say me lah, mine dog only lah, not so bad lah. You all have kids that you all need to nurture and bring up, and that takes a lot more time and effort. But I think while people say time is worth money lah, but then like I think you cannot deny that the money aspect of it is quite high, especially if you live in Singapore. Things really not very cheap.
Yeah, so probably we need more support for working moms. More support. Election coming up.
What kind of support you want? What kind? Okay, wait, first, don't talk about what kind of support you want. What kind of support do you even have now that helps you like kind of balance this like working while also bringing up your children? Like, is there like family support, helper support, or like I don't know. I mean,
Childcare leave or I only know got childcare leave.
oh damn.
So childcare leave is okay, cause I'm a working mom, but I also a boss mom. Wow, like sounds so.
Yeah. Cool shit, man.
Yeah, so me and my sister, we are boss of our own company, and we have a team of staff. About half are working moms. Although some of my staff are part-time, but also considered working mom because they sacrifice half their day to work, the other half to care for their kids. And the childcare leaves that they have is also not sufficient. So to the point where sometimes they have to take unpaid leave, and it's not like we penalize them. I mean, my staff, they are a good team of staff, and we still they're still with us. It's just that sometimes when they take all their leave already and they have to go into taking unpaid leave, I just feel like they are they are
not getting paid.
sacrificing.
Correct, they're sacrificing the income to look after the kid. Then like, how are we actually supporting them?
Yes, and even with childcare leave, right? There's only 6 days. Like you have 6 days, your husband has 6 days, but this is only applies for if you have children below 7. So once your youngest child turns like 7 and above, right, it becomes 2 days.
Huh?
Yeah, so
Whole new world for me. But what the heck?
so only 2 days.
Only 2 days.
Yes, and then it doesn't matter how many kids you have. You only have 6 days. So you have 3
Only
kids.
2 days lah.
Or only 2 days, yes.
What? Where got? Oh my god, where got enough?
Yeah, if you think about it, if you have 3 kids or 2 kids, right, one sick, another one fall sick, then how many days of leave do you need to take?
Wow, but no, like that really, right? Parents really need to like only one person can take. Like cannot both take together. You know what I mean? Because if you both take together, then wasted.
Correct.
Like if you both take together, I mean, yes, sometimes it might be too much for one parent to handle. But if both parents take, right, then that's just one extra day wasted. Then the kid 1 year 365 days. You don't tell me they fall sick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
only
some more
2 days.
school,
Take care of them.
school closure also need to take childcare leave. Like let's say Children's Day, Teachers' Day.
Yeah.
Which actually like that, right? Once they are 7, right, there are already more than 2 days that you need. What?
Yeah, and some more if your kids above 7, then school holiday.
Yeah, school holiday is one.
Put where sia? Put inside pocket.
School, and then school got a lot of holiday one. Teachers' Day, Children's Day, Youth Day. Oh, I never get holiday, but they got holiday. Then the child go where sia? The parents at home, locked in the house.
Yeah, unless you got very good family support, like grandparents are willing to care for them. If your kids are low maintenance enough for your parents to care for them, because some parents a bit old.
Oh,
Yeah. They don't run around everywhere or whatever. They just sit down there and read books. Then
Or
okay
some
lah.
kids really just difficult lah. Like they don't want to be cared for by someone else. Or
Oh,
like
also possible. Also
being
possible.
difficult. Wow, shit.
Yum TT. Right?
Wow. But okay, like, then are your do y'all have your families help you with taking care of kids often, or like is that support there? Do your own family or parents like step in, your siblings kind of thing?
The fact that I'm sitting here today, it's because thanks to family support. And because my mom is taking care of her lah. Most of the time when you're hearing me here, yeah, I am like she's away very happily with my mom.
Because her husband's sitting outside.
Yeah, my husband is like with us.
Hello.
Not involved, but involved.
He's a
Wow. Cannot let it say, cannot let it say.
Angry.
Yeah, he just want to hang with us. Okay? Like, if y'all let me know if y'all want to listen to him, I can bring him for for
say
a
hello.
session. Like, but to be very, very honest, right? Like, to be a working mom, family support is important, like you say. So besides your extended family, means like you have within your own little family, right? And extended like your in-laws, like your own parents, your own partner's support is also very, very important. Yeah, so like I'd like to take the opportunity to say thanks to my husband. He'll be very happy to hear that. Like,
I mean, yeah, cause the difference, right? Cause like Celine's here with us today. Her husband's at home with the kids, but they have a helper also lah. But her husband's at home. Then like meanwhile, like Chinese here, her husband also has to like bring her here. But and so her kid is with her mom. So that's how like the spousal support also important lah. I feel. Yes. Yeah, cause if you are doing it alone and your spouse is like, sorry, I need to earn money.
yeah, or like your spouse is like even if maybe you guys have like equal income, you guys are bringing in like the same loaf of bread. Like on like to put it on table, right? Then he might think like this is like a woman thing to do. He doesn't want to help, or like he's like, I don't know, I don't care, I want to get my day off like that. And
Then
he's
like
not
that you say
stepping
lah,
in.
then woman don't need to work one what?
But I think society just has a very high expectations of working mom. It's like we not only just have to be a working mom and put bread on the table, but we also need to be we need to care for our kids.
Yes,
we
you need to be in tune with your kids' needs. You need to know everything about your kid. You need to raise the kid.
You would bring the bread home, but you still need to boil the guyu.
Correct.
You still need to feed the kids. You need to prepare everything.
Meanwhile, a lot of people say, hey, your husband got help your head help.
It's also their kids.
What he need to do, right?
It's also their kids. Right? Why is the mother doing everything?
Right.
You know, and mothers carry a lot of the mental load.
Yes, we've talked about this, the freaking mental load.
whoa. Beep.
So I think now I don't think we should view it as working moms need to do everything just because they are a mom. I think dads need to do their part also. And then, okay, I'm quite thankful that my husband is a very hands-on father. Yeah, and he's a very good partner to have. Yeah, also thank you to my husband.
If you are listening,
Plant that.
Plant that, yes, Plant that.
Plant that is my husband.
We'll bring him on another day.
Can you talk to us about your plants?
Plant that is no longer plant that.
the shelf only got one plant now.
Yeah, one plant.
Still got one last surviving.
Some he put outside because recently my baby like to go and take the soil.
Oh my god.
It's like how we cannot have plants at home, right? Because like the dog confirm will go and whack the soil, whack the leaf and everything. So recently, my husband buy fake plant.
I cannot have anything at home. My girl just put it in her mouth. Anything and everything. Even insect
And my dog also, she ate damn big ant twice in the same day. I thought what was she going for on the ground to take out already, right? Then I see, then it was an ant and it's the damn big kind. So even I got
with
a
wings,
shock.
right?
With wings,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
the extra big one. So even I got shocked, I had to go and get a tissue paper because I don't want to pick up the ant. By the time I turn around, take tissue paper, oh, the ant gone.
My girl like she said Mama, then I can't see anything. She's like Mama, and I'm like what is that? Then she turned around, she tried to hide it away from me, okay? Put it in her mouth, and then she turned back, I was like, what? Then I see like this black colour thing on her tongue leh. Like, what is that? Then I look closely, then what's on her hand? It's like half, like the other half of the big winged ant. And then she said because probably the taste wasn't good lah, and she was like and she keep like, you know, like her tongue is out, and then she keep touching like the black part. Yeah, it's
Every time I talk about it, then we just sigh.
yeah, mom's like
Physically tired, heart also tired.
yeah 很心累嘞，这下吃了有什么事又怎样？哇 cannot 这样。
Yeah, I told my son, my older one, so many times not to put like things in the mouth because it's dirty. And I even show him a video of like a woman having a surgery taking out the parasitic worms from her tummy. So I say this is what happens if you put like nasty things in your mouth.
Nasty.
And then one day he had a stomach. I say, what happened? He said, stomach pain. I got worms.
But nothing happened.
No, he just stomach pain. So now he links stomach pain to having worms in the tummy.
Okay, that's
I mean, not wrong lah.
but is he still putting things in his mouth?
Mainly his fingernails. He has this very bad habit about biting his fingernails. I'm trying to give him cucumber lah. So sometimes cucumber also very fast finish. Then I have to keep feeding him cucumber. Suddenly like a rabbit,
Like my dog, right?
Yeah, so like I think he don't want already. Then he said I don't want.
So cute.
But that's the thing. The nail you eat won't full. The cucumber you eat will full.
But so sad. Like he has only like half a nail left.
Oh my god.
Like each of his
I
finger.
also bite nails.
I also.
It's damn comforting.
Because I lazy to cut.
No, it's not lazy. I just want to bite.
I haven't cut his nails in like forever because he just keeps biting it off.
That was my dad last time also. I don't. And the thing is, I didn't like to cut nails. I don't know why. Like not that it's pain or whatever. I just didn't like. So I bite nail. A bit gross lah, but.
Oh, my older son, he see me cutting nails, right? Then he say, I help you. Wow, I scared. I said,
So
no,
helpful,
Mama do it by myself. He said, no, I help you.
Okay, so wait, we go back to like support, right? So childcare leave is 6 or 2 days. However old your kids are.
However old your
youngest
youngest kid is.
And only 6 or 2 days if.
So multiple kids also 6 or 2 days.
Yeah, like this kind. Cause like, okay, but then again, at least you have childcare leave. Don't say or confirm we all think it's not enough lah. We agree it's not enough. But like pet care leave, like previously I was at another I was at my previous workplace. They also had so they had family care leave. I think family care leave is quite common in government jobs also.
And I
there
think
is
big
a-
companies.
Correct. So government jobs have family care leave, and then it's being adopted by the larger company. So it's really quite good already, and like quite comprehensive lah. But like my previous workplace, right, as of this year, right, they have pet care leave, which is like not well heard. Oh, actually no, I don't have pet care leave. Like we have family care leave, that is not just for parents, right? So you have parent care leave, and then you have family care leave. So my previous workplace there was parent care leave, but like you have to supplement MC. So like you only can take parent care leave if you are accompanying your parent to like go and see a doctor, that kind of thing.
So you have to ask the doctor, can my mom have an MC?
Yeah, correct. So
I need to submit to my
correct.
company.
So like my dad retired, right? But if I wanted to take parent care leave, right, I need my dad to get an MC. Even though he got no boss, then I can take parent care leave. Right? So that was like some of the restrictions lah. So actually for that one this year, right, they are keeping parent care leave so that they don't suddenly widen your leave number, and so that it still seems in line with industry practices. But they have an additional family care leave. And so now the family care leave is extended to like other members of family. Because last time it's only parents and in-laws, if I'm not wrong. So now you can take for like your own children, like not just children, like grandparents.
Pet can.
Yeah, so right, cannot. In
Huh?
that sense, because it's not a person ma.
Pet is what a family.
Yeah, but then very grey that line, right? So my previous workplace, right, it's not pet care leave. They classify it as family care leave. Then there are a few names that you need to put one lah if you want to take. But like if you want to take for your pet and you say your spouse sick, is anyone going to say anything? Is anyone going to know? Because now the new regulations is also you don't need MC lah. Like it's on a trust system. So you technically like you want to take, you take lah. But then some people also a bit like the brain not very 灵活 one. They like must everything black and white, very clear, right? So then people ask, then can I take for my pet? Just like,
Then just don't ask.
don't make it worse for everybody else.
Keep
Can?
quiet.
But there are companies increasingly that have pet care leave. I think I saw that day there was this article that covered it. Cause really I think in Singapore increasingly is dual income, no kids, but all got pets somehow one. So like pets are increasingly part of the family, and you really need to also take time off if your pet like needs you. Like I really this week, right? Earlier this week only just happened. Over the weekend my dog was having diarrhea.
Lao sai.
Yeah. So she diarrhea and like soft stools for 2 days already. But the thing is she was eating fine, drinking fine, jumping fine. So she's not like lethargic or anything. So it's like you don't see that there's something very wrong with her. She's just like maybe stomach upset. So we thought we monitor a while, right? Then on Monday morning at 4 a.m. she woke up to poop and vomit.
Ew.
So when we woke up at 6:30, right, then we saw the mess, right? Then we're just like, okay. So that was a Monday already. By right Monday I go to office because I work from home, but Monday is my office day. Monday, Tuesday, and my husband had to work on Monday. So like then how? So I had to take leave already what? Cause like if I need to bring this dog to the vet, and like I cannot wait until at night I come home from work, then I bring her to the vet what? Then the rest of the day she continue to lao sai and vomit, then how?
And then she's going to be alone also.
Exactly.
Then you how?
Yeah, so no choice, right? So then it ended up becoming I did ask my boss like, can I just take leave the next 2 days lah? Like cause my dog just vomited and whatever. And then he was quite nice about it. Cause he said, anyway, you just started, it's your second week, you're still just reading things. But then you just work from home lah. Then you can continue to like look after your dog. Which I'm very thankful for lah. Cause like at least there was that flexibility in that sense. But yeah lah, I don't have formal like pet care leave now lor. So it's a bit difficult lah. But I think increasingly you do have companies that are like that. We've heard from our friend recently that one of the companies that she was previously from has pet care leave now. But I mean, it's a company that deals with a lot of animals lah, so they probably like
yeah, I think
understand
it's also the work environment,
yeah.
like the dynamics and everything. If you, like for example, like Celine's company, right, you have a lot of moms and all, so probably they are more lenient on that part. But like
Sometimes
in
if they need to
general-
leave early, I also just okay
Yeah.
lah, go. If
scared
got
they
enough,
late pick up then kena, right?
yeah, if got enough other stuff to cover, then just go. It's okay.
Yeah, but not all the companies like especially when they cover even more people, they might not be able to see these parts. Like they won't give leniency to a certain group of people. Like the pet care leave is because like most of them are like pet lovers, and that's why they are giving that. Then yours is because you're working with a lot of moms and like children. So yeah, then for normal ones like male dominated industry, you don't have this.
Even the childcare leave also like you can take.
Yeah,
Some companies also like that.
correct.
But I think because we acknowledge that all these leaves are really not enough when you really need, and then people start taking unpaid leave, I think it's also very important. I mean, not that you can find bosses specifically, but I think as bosses, maybe it's also important to kind of acknowledge and just be a bit more flexible sometimes. I might, if work is not done and work needs to be done, of course, yes lah, like work first, right? But once work is done and everything, right, and like if your employee needs to go off cause like you pick up dog, you pick up kid, or like someone's sick at home, that kind of thing, and work is done already, then don't need to make them sit there just to clock time. Then just be a bit more flexible about it lah.
Yeah. Some bosses still like to see their employees like sitting down there doing nothing.
It's
You know,
2025. Wait, COVID come back again.
Just 刷脸 only, like see, oh, you sitting there, good job. I mean, like, it depends whether your job is. If your job is a receptionist, then I can't say anything about
Yeah.
it. If you're like just behind closed doors, nobody is going to see you, whether you're here or not, just that you're contactable, then I don't know. If I were the boss, I think it's fine.
Right? Like if you're truly client facing and you had to be there, like some of our previous jobs last time, you run events, you cannot work from home, right? You have to be there on site. Fine lah, granted lah, right? But like also sometimes by the end of the day, if your work is all done, do you really need them to sit there until 6:30 because the work day ends at 6:30?
Yeah, and also being moms, right? We also have to be very specific with our career choice. Yeah. So previously, I wasn't working like this, like 9 to 5 job. I was everywhere and anytime, very free, very easy, very fun job. But then, like ever since I'm grounded, like I have to be grounded. Like I can't. I need to make a lot of plans and arrangements and everything, and then of course need to find a job that's very typical because of the kids' school. Like my kids' school is like 7 to 7, right? Very typical, right? So if I work night shift late, then how? Cannot ma. So I just had to find something that's 9 to 5 that it fits into the schedule.
I think a lot of moms, when they choose to find work, they find something that is flexible or can, or like some of my staff like working moms, but they only do part time. Yeah, I think a lot of moms sacrifice their career, like Chan, have to be grounded. Like for me, I left my previous job because the hours, I mean, when we do events, the hours are just crazy. You're not working 9 to 5, you're working 9 to 12 midnight.
Next day
1
come
a.m.,
in.
3 a.m.
Next day come in again for
6 a.m.
meetings.
Yes. Then how do you have the time for your children, right? And then sometimes your job requires you to travel. Yeah, like events overseas. Then you have to leave your baby behind. Although you have like support, maybe like for me I got helper, but I still feel like, is this what I want to do?
Yeah, I think all three of us have made career changes.
We left our traveling jobs
We
for,
all have traveling.
for our kids.
I mean, I didn't leave events, so I'm still doing events. But generally,
travelling
we
part.
all grounded ourselves. I think now that we have a kid or we have dogs. I think for Celine, like her concern was more of the like, I don't want to leave my child behind, and I feel bad leaving them behind, and I travel for work and things like that. For me, it wasn't, but it was really just purely a logistical thing. Like do not travel, cause like I've mentioned before, my partner works rostered shifts, and his shifts can be like very long shifts, like 24 hours, that kind of thing, and he also needs to travel for work sometimes, right? So when you have a rostered like kind of work schedule, you cannot really plan ahead also. And then when it comes to it, so you never know when they're working also, right? Then if I need to go for a work trip, which happened last year, right? And we had the dog in the later part of the year last year already. So like if I had to travel and he had to work, right? He had to take leave, right? Cause like someone has to be at home with her. I mean, yes, there is the option that we send her to boarding, but like, you get a dog to send for boarding, meh? Like not all the time also, right? Like you do it when you really like, you take a 2-week break, go holiday, then yes, you send your dog for boarding. Also, to me, it didn't make sense. Like I'm going overseas to work, then at home I spend money just to make sure that like someone is there to care for my dog. So it logistically just really didn't make sense for us. So I was just like, okay, let's try and find something that keeps me here. Because I can still do events while staying here. And like, as long as I'm in Singapore and I can like do the go home, feed her, come out, walk her a bit, come out, like we still can work around that. As compared to like, if I'm completely gone for 3 days, 4 days, then that's it lah. Like someone has to take leave, and how much leave we have, to be very honest also, right? So I think that's why like, which is what sometimes you see, like majority I think of the time you see it's the mom making the change.
Yes.
Right? The dads don't often do that. Although I've known of dads that take breaks from work to attend to a child.
I've known of husbands. Basically, the wife is the one supporting the family. Yeah, and the husbands are the one being the homemaker.
But not common, right? I think especially in Singapore.
I think not common, but increasingly is happening.
Mm.
Yeah. Because nowadays, okay, it's 2025. Yo's favorite. It's 2025. Yeah. There's no more. The stereotype is not as strong as before.
Woke.
I think true lah. Like last time it made more sense because generally the husband was bringing in more income and stuff like that. But honestly nowadays girls the income also quite high.
Yeah
What?
lah, because last time girls cannot go to school what. Then how right? Last time like if you're talking about last time then you
Like our parents' era.
去河边洗衣服 kind of. Cannot. I never even like my personally my ama right, like she cannot read.
Actually I think my grandmother
Can read and write.
also. My
She can read and
grandmother.
write. Yeah, so most of the time is my akong like, you know, like helping lah with everything else, like all the admin stuff or whatever.
Okay,
So
no, I got like both grandparents that never go school one. So
yeah,
it's
so,
all my
like, she can't
aunts
read and
uncles
write.
that do it for them.
she can't read and write like totally. She can only like read her own name. She can't even write. So yeah lor, those were the days lah where she stay at home and then they have like what 9 kids. So
But
So,
then
yeah.
also there were working moms, even though they are homemakers, but then they'll find things to do at home, like help people wash clothes, help people do laundry, sew things. Considered working mom also what?
oh, that's true. That's true. It's another form only.
Yeah.
Now in our modern days, they keep the kids at home and then they do live stream or like e-commerce. You know, like just open a shop on like Shopee or whatever. Then they send orders while taking care of the kids. Also, I do feel like there are people like that also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays, Shopee got the Shopee home
Yeah, the collection
home
point.
collection point.
Yes, I guess a lot of people do that too.
Actually
Like
a
in-house.
lot like near my house got. No, then damn cute cause like that day I go and collect, right? So usually it's like the parents, right? Then the day I went and collect, the son was the one asking me, what's your number? Then I
So
think it
cute
was
ah.
like primary school, like but lower primary one, because
So
he really look quite
cute.
young.
So cute.
Hey, what number? Then I give him the number already. He go and find the parcel for me.
Wow, so cute eh.
I had a neighbor who does
Child
that
labour
also.
report.
Hey.
I have a neighbor who does that, but I think she's at home because she has pets.
Oh.
So yeah, but it's an old auntie lah. So she looks after the little poodles at home, very cute. Then every time you go there, they'll start barking.
Oh my god, so cute eh.
And my son like to go with me to collect the parcel there because he can see the dogs.
So cute. That's so cute.
So cute. I would want to like look after dogs like in the future. My retirement job maybe. Yeah.
So I think like moms never really stop working
Working.
in a sense like they would work in another sense even back in those days where they can't read and write.
I mean,
still help.
I guess they always want to try and supplement the family income. And if not even the family income, just like a bit more for themselves lah, like just so they can
私房钱.
a bit lah, but like just so that they can spend. And I think a lot of times, honestly, it just comes down to supplementing the income. Because while maybe they can survive on one income, it's always good to have a bit more extra, like you know.
Yeah, in times of crisis they can just
Yeah.
不用怕，我有钱. Then the husband shocked. 你有钱? You know that kind of show.
Then they
right?
open the
Oh,
tin can
then
inside the
all
butter
the
cookie,
rolls of money,
the
right?
butter cookie can inside of money or
Yeah.
sewing kit.
yeah, then I open my
Please
own
don't
kit.
keep money in the butter cookie tin now, will rust, okay? Then the notes cannot use really. You know last time the olden days, like when notes were still paper. Then they got say before I went, cause the old people keep in the butter cookie tin.
You will
they-
disintegrate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rust will kena, then all cannot use one. Then
Right?
then the insects will get to it also.
Oh my
cause
God.
it's not airtight one. Then it's like your money just don't increase in value 就算了 cannot collect interest 就算了 still like just waste.
Next time I eat the cookie from those tins, right? I'll eat it in one go.
It's really not airtight, guys.
Because it's not airtight.
you never eat 老红 one before,
Lao Hong
meh?
eh, damn
I kena
annoying.
before, damn upsetting.
Yeah, then got the 油味 right? Cause butter cookie.
Yeah, no, it's the 油味 never mind. That butter cookie when 老红 right tastes like cardboard. Literally, it's the cardboard.
I have
texture.
not tasted cardboard before.
You got smell before, right?
I guess you has tasted cardboard before. Sounds like it.
No, it's like last time. Every time you want to say something like taste like soap, but you will actually taste soap. No,
Yes.
Last time when we eat staff canteen, our colleague always say it tastes like the garden.
no, that's me. You know, beetroot. I don't like beetroot.
Oh my god, I know what you mean.
Tastes like soil.
Really?
Have you eaten soy before?
No, as in you can smell soil, right? And please, guys, your nose and your mouth linked, which is why you smell things, right? You can imagine like your taste like that, cause you can.
So can
smell
you
it.
taste the rain?
I can smell rain. Rain smells like grass.
So can you
honestly.
taste the rain? Because
No.
it's linked.
But most things don't taste like rain. But beetroot tastes like soy. Tauge tastes like soy.
Tauge okay, beetroot legit tastes like soy.
No, tauge is taste like it's the mild soil taste. Then beetroot is the soil.
Beetroot legit yeah, like
I
soy.
hate it. Every time people put beetroot into
ABC juice. Oh my god.
oh my god, why?
Why would you drink soy?
No, the thing is I don't even drink ABC because I only eat apple. I don't eat beetroot or carrot. Like,
Celine is judging. She's serving judging looks.
no, but it really tastes like you like beetroot ah?
I'm okay with it, but I don't think it tastes like soy.
It's 土的味道 guys.
It's 土的味道. This is like fish, like those 河鱼, right? If you
Tastes like mud, is it?
and then, yeah, is that taste? Is that taste?
Yeah. So your mudfish also same 土.
Yeah, is
土
that 土? Yes. So I
Yeah,
always
maybe
declare
I got
don't eat
problem
fish.
with mine.
So she cannot visualize. No,
I always say I don't eat
what is
fish because
going
I
on?
want to avoid this kind of fish. But then I cannot be like 你那个什么鱼啊？
啊
有没有
yeah,
骨头啊？
yeah.
有没有很 muddy 啊？ Then they don't understand because
Yeah. So
like
just
people
don't
who
eat.
eat right, they feel like 没有啊没有
Yeah,
Then they
just
tell
don't
me
eat.
没有 I eat. Bloody hell, the whole thing is a
No, but
freaking taste.
So beetroot have right, tauge also have.
Tauge I cannot leh.
No, cause
I cannot
tauge
imagine.
raw tauge right. Tastes
Why
like
would you
soy.
eat raw tauge?
Yeah.
No. Okay, that's the thing. Nobody. Okay, you eat pad thai.
Yeah.
Pad thai the side got raw tauge what?
Oh, I wouldn't eat it.
Right? No. So then last time
Comment,
right,
comment.
have like I asked my parents before. So my parents say right, good tauge right when they cook right, it's still crunchy.
It's 脆脆 one.
Correct. But that's the thing. When it's still cui right, it will still taste like soy.
You have not been to Ipoh. I invite you to come Ipoh.
No, so
to
I must-
taste the ya choy kai. It's
No,
very nice.
Only time I can eat tauge is when they cook until the lan one.
I tell you, Ipoh one is crispy and the sweet. You
No,
need
it's
to eat it in Ipoh.
就在
friend.
tauge.
Go to Ipoh just to eat tauge.
To me, it's a 土的味道.
Not sponsored by Ipoh Tourism Board, but then right, the tauge in Ipoh is a different taste, guys. It's really different. If you haven't tried before, please go to Ipoh and eat.
土的味道.
It's not too. It's
I
really
like the
甜甜
Korean
one.
bean sprouts, the one with the very big head.
No, so that's the thing. Korean bean sprouts I can. Cause they don't taste like soy.
They taste the same.
No, they don't taste the same. It's nicer. It's better.
It's nicer.
Try Ipoh one. You got try
Okay,
Ipoh
no,
one
I
before?
never go Ipoh.
Try one before. Need to go, man, guys.
No, so the Asian tauge and the Korean tauge, right, is different. And I know of people who like the Asian tauge but don't like the Korean tauge.
Got a third kind is Ipoh tauge.
It's very funny how we go
must
from
say.
working moms to talking
Tauge.
about tauge. Very specific. Like discussing different type of tauge.
Yeah. and then we have a tauge here with us.
Somehow we very into this conversation about tauge.
And then I'm like, what are we talking about? How are we
defending
digress so
our-
far?
defending our choices.
Ipoh tauge, guys. Shout out to Ipoh tauge.
Shout out to Korean tauge.
And then you shout out to not eating tauge.
Exactly.
Okay, back to the topic, guys. This is what you get on MUMxiety. We just chit chat lah. This is like a typical conversation that happens within our friend groups.
Welcome to a day in our lives.
Yeah.
And to think this was our life Monday to Friday for quite a while. Fun, right? Our life.
Years. For years, like we enjoy working there because every day is like while you're doing work, this is the conversation that's going
It's
on.
true.
You're
Like,
typing
we work
away.
halfway, right? We really will end up talking about food lah.
Not work halfway. We are literally working. We're typing emails and talking about it.
I never. I cannot multitask that high level.
No, Chan. Wow, non-stop, yeah. She sit next to me at work. Pa, 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 pa.
But I'm getting work done. Like,
Yeah, but she's
I'm
working, but she
typing
can talk. And then I'm just like trying very hard to work.
Yeah, I'm
And then
just
I'm like,
distracting everyone. I'm just a distraction
yes.
in the room.
Then
Okay,
the
but anyway.
boss purposely put me next to her.
Back to the topic of like where were we again?
I guess working moms. I mean, we always can come back to this and then start somewhere else again. But I think maybe the next question I have for both of you is, how did you go from working without kids to figuring out how to balance work and having and bringing up your child? Like, it's a balance. I mean, do you think you are balancing well? First.
I think, okay, for me now, I think still okay because I handle my own time. I can manage my own time. I have a lot more flexibility to manage my own time because I'm the boss, ma. Yeah. So,
She's the boss.
so yeah, I think coming from me is a bit biased because I usually leave work earlier, and because my son is on the spectrum, right, and I have an early intervention therapy center, so he goes to work with me, and then he goes home with me. So when I bring my son home, it's easier on my staff also because they don't have to.
Take one child away.
It's like
Take your problem
yeah,
away.
it's like I go to school and pick a child, but when I go home, I just bring the child with me.
Actually, that's very nice. Like you check in and check out, take your own photo.
Sometimes I also forget. He just go in and then, I haven't taken your temperature. Where you going? Run away already. Yeah. So for me, it's easier to manage my time now. After I set up my company. I mean, at the beginning, it wasn't easy because
In the beginning,
you have to manage your own time because you don't really have the staff support yet. Yeah, I mean, the staff support and all that comes after a few years, after you start to stabilize your company.
actually, when was the time you started to like have staff?
Actually, when we first started, it was me and my sister and 2 staff. But now we have quite a lot. Yeah, and I have a pool of like relief staff also. So like let's say if any of my staff need to go on leave or MC, I have some people to back up lah. And then if not, I'm the one, I'm the backup lah.
So maybe like safely saying, since you've had your second child lah, there's a bit more that flexibility. and
Yeah,
flexibility
because with
for
my
you.
first child, I was still working in a big company.
Mm.
Yeah, and then that was when I was still doing events. So it was then I realized that wow, doing events already very stressed. Still got mothering, and then that time COVID, wow,
Boom, everything.
everything. Yeah, so I was like, okay,
How do you
it's a bit
handle
too
though
much.
during COVID?
Because during COVID, you work from home. Then it's also very sad. Me and my husband work in a home office, but our home office is glass door. Then my baby be sticking his face on the glass door every day. Mama, mama. Then you were like, sorry, mama. And then the mom guilt even worse because you're like, sorry, mama needs to work. Or like I'm in a meeting and he's outside the glass door, the face plastered there.
So cute though.
Then like, mama. Yeah, then you cannot go out and play with him because he also cannot go school. He's just stuck at home with you. Yeah, then that was like, I think it's a bit. And then when you're working from home, sometimes it a bit blurs the line between your home and your work. Because then you're always expected to be on the ball. Like if there's a call late at night and your laptop is at home, you need to work lor. Yeah, no choice, right? Yeah, so I think that's a bit too much for me to balance. So I left and I was unemployed for a few months when my sister asked me if I wanted to set up a company with her. So she's a speech therapist. So I was like, okay, then let's do this. Or then because for her, she's also a mother. She says that, when we become boss, it's easier for us to manage our own time also. Yeah, provided your company is stable. Because if your company is not, then you are even more stressed. Then later you end up in debt.
Yeah lah. At the start, y'all really had to hustle lah. But then now that it's
But she
taken
really
over-
hustled very hard though.
Yes.
Like I mentioned, right, I went to
Yes.
visit her like the day after. Was it the day after or a few days after you gave birth to
The
the
day
second
after
one?
I gave.
Yeah, because she gave birth to the second one like immediately after my wedding.
It's like one day Chan getting married, next day Celine giving birth.
Yeah, then she just texts us like, "Hi guys," like,
We
huh?
still reeling from attending a wedding, like the whole like I want to rest, right? Suddenly next thing we know, this one gives birth already. What? Huh?
Yeah, then after I went to see her with my husband lah. Then saw her working away on her laptop like on the in her ward leh.
Yeah, I mean because you're your own boss, there's no such thing as maternity leave. Even though you're on maternity leave technically, but your laptop is still with you. You still have to issue your staff their pay. Cannot be I on maternity leave, my
then they
staff
don't
for
eat,
4
right?
months no need to eat, right? I still have to issue their payroll. I still have to manage their their leave requests and all that. Like need to keep track. So it's not really. I mean, I'm comfortable working from home and I can choose the time I want to work. Yeah, but I think overall, once it stabilizes, it's much more easier. So like where me and my sister are at now, I think we are quite comfortable. Yeah, but then I think for other working moms like Chan, probably you all have to do your 9 to 5. I think that's maybe a bit tougher.
I guess so, but to be honest, if I were to have my inputs here, it's also a little biased. Like work in a family business lah. So
Me, I'm the only one that has an actual boss, guys.
I also got boss, just that my boss
in the
gives
family
me
lah,
a
kind
lot
of.
of leniency to it.
Yeah.
Like if my kid is sick, of course he's actually more worried than I am. So he he will keep asking me to 你回家先，快点去带他，他不舒服诶。So like yeah, so I will be asked to go home. But then on the other hand, right, because you'll be asked to go home, sometimes there are some loose ends to be tied up once you're home with the kid. So on that part, it can get a little tough. That was in the beginning lah. So as everything got like smoother and easier, like how do I say suddenly 词穷我这样
When
讲
like I guess when she fair to say that when kids are a lot younger, they need a lot more.
yeah.
You need to
So
be
she
a bit more
grow
familiar. So now that she's older, a bit older,
yeah 长大了他就比较没有这么
immunity a bit stronger.
yeah and then sometimes then my husband also help lah. So sometimes maybe he bring first, then later I come home or what lah. So we take turns. So it's easier this way.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is navigating
I
and trial and error.
correct. I think that's a fair point. Because for me, like you hear from both that either you run your own self business or the business is within the family, right? But like for me, I have an employer that's not my family member, right? Like my boss is not part of my family at all. And I think for me it was a challenge trying to find this balance because prior to this, I did not have any kid, dog, whatever. Like my life was truly work, and we did events, so I could go home very late. I could wake up very early, and that was never an issue for me. But I think thereafter, a lot of adjustments to be made. I think I was very lucky in the sense that I had very understanding bosses and colleagues. Cause while my previous team, when I first got my dog and I was in my previous team, they didn't own pets, but then my immediate team were all mothers. So they also kind of understand, and they used to have dogs like when they were younger. So they kind of understand the challenges that come with bringing home a dog. And because we already had work from home and stuff in place, so it wasn't too much of a challenge. And they were really quite understanding. They were like, that first week that you bring your dog home, like first 2 weeks, if you need to work from home the entire 2 weeks just to help the dog adjust, just let us know lah. Because like we don't really need you in office all the time, and that was nice of them. But then you also have like your working hours that you are out, so like we had to work up such that the dog could be alone at home for 10 hours. It took us a while lah to get to there. Then now my current job, my hours are even longer while I am in office, so she has to then work up a bit more to like staying at home by herself lah in that sense. And I'm lucky because my partner works rostered shifts, so the actual time that my dog has to be at home alone for like 12 hours at one shot might only be 1-2 days a week, which is really not a lot already lah. Like, I mean, before COVID, I'm sure dogs had to be home by themselves for like a whole day, the whole week, Monday to Friday kind of thing, generally. So, and I think for me I was lucky in that sense, but really it's a lot of adjusting and like figuring out. Because now I wake up at 6:30 on days that I go to office.
Oh, very early.
I also.
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
I get slept up.
Yeah.
I get slept and then I wake up. What the hell?
But so for me, cause my alarm doesn't really this kind of time unless I got event, right? Else I go office, I forever late one. Then I reach office like between 9 to 9:30 kind of thing. So I can wake up like when the sun is up.
You will be late one meh?
I don't reach at 7:30. At 8:30.
Sorry.
8:30 is how only. Empody. Don't have already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always on time.
Mine was between 8:45 to 9:15.
I'm a freelancer.
Correct. You and our other friend is 9:30.
10 o'clock, please.
No, not even 9:30 because they cannot make it for a 9:30 meeting.
We are
Then
freelancer.
we must buy coffee for them at 10 o'clock. Maybe 10:30.
We are freelancer in the company.
No, but you all work until very late also.
Yeah. We adjust our own timing.
Don't like that lah. Last time our boss always come in late ma. Then she always come in 10 plus 11 one ma. Then that time got one day she come in early. Then she walk into office. Then I look at the time. Then she ask me, 做么你看时间?
See, very, very, very naughty. Challenging the boss.
Really what? Every day she come in 10:30, 11 o'clock one. Suddenly she come in at 9 plus eh.
If you are
Before
talking
you,
about you know who. You know.
I think she never listen lah.
Hey, we never know, man. Never know.
But I think working one need a lot of understanding from bosses.
Everywhere. Actually.
And also colleagues. I think I've heard a lot of stories about working moms, right? When they take too much leave and it becomes unpaid leave, then their colleagues need to pick up. Yeah, then it becomes like they are being ostracized in the company.
Yeah. My sisters, they are both not married, and then one of my sister, right, she actually complains a lot about her colleagues who has families. Huh?
Yeah, who are mothers.
Yeah. And then like those who go on maternity leaves, it's like 生了又再生，这个生那个生. It's like in a room, right? You got 5 people, for example, lah. Then out of the 5, right, maybe 3 are married, and then they take turns to maternity leave. Then left with the 2 who are not married, got nothing going on in their life. Then they feel like, walao, why are we thanking this for them?
But can I say, as someone who doesn't have kids, right?
Yes.
Sometimes it does get frustrating. I have to be very honest, because I have had a colleague where, I mean, it was my workplace that I was there for the longest. I mean, okay, background, you change job quite often. 3 years is the longest she's ever been at one company, right? But so it was quite a period that I was there, and in that time that I was there, right, there was a colleague. I think I was there for like 3 years, and then there was a colleague that went on maternity leave at least twice, else 3 times in that span, and it's very frustrating because once they go on maternity leave, I mean, we do events, so it's not like her events we need to take over. It's more like you have one person less to split the load. So more you just get more events to do, and not always do companies get maternity cover. So when you don't get maternity cover, you literally are just down one manpower for that period. So as someone that doesn't have kids, right, like the first one you can understand. The second one you can understand. But like when it comes to like the third or fourth of the same person in that same short span, cause some really is give birth, come back, finish maternity, ready to again, then go again. It's just like, you never take break.
but theirs is like one after another.
Really,
so
it's one
like
after another.
One whole year, they only got like consistent manpower, maybe three
Yes.
packs.
I
like
mean,
that.
honestly, it's quite
3-4
frustrating.
packs.
Okay, like you pregnant 9 months, then you maternity 3 months. Sometimes you take extra leave 4 months. Then you come back. You pregnant already, you know? Then you 7 months, 8 months later, you go maternity again. So you're just like in that short span, right? You are constantly just down on manpower, and you're just like, it's that frustrating.
Sorry, I'm the only woman who can. In my company, right, I'm the only person who is doing this, like who is like getting pregnant and all. The rest of them don't have ma.
Like, yes, we want to be understanding lah, but sometimes also like if you really just gonna keep having kids, right? Maybe like just take a break from work. Like let us hire someone else and then you can come back to the workforce when you're ready.
I think
She got hot take.
from a boss point of view, honestly, I mean, we are women, we also get pregnant, we also want to start our family. And I think it's okay. We fully support that. But if like a small business like us, right, we struggle with the cost. So if my staff goes on maternity, the government only pays me 50% of their maternity leave. We get back the money from the government. But I have to use this 50% of the money to find
More people to cover the work.
a person to replace her at work. Then for us, it becomes a bit, it's not that I'm not supporting her, but as a business owner, it becomes a bit like, it's eating into my cost. Yeah. I mean, although we definitely will find a staff to replace, because for us, mine is a very service-driven industry. Yeah, so we definitely need a person. But it would help lah. I mean, if the government wants to encourage people to have kids, I think they need to look into this also, how to support small businesses. If not, right, it's very hard for us to sustain also.
Yeah. I mean, your profit margins are only so much also. Like, how do you go and then I want to let you go on maternity leave also, and like we want to be supportive, but I also have a business to run kind of thing. So it's a bit hard lah. But as a fellow colleague that has to pick up the slack when people constantly go maternity leave, it's also like, I guess sometimes when it gets too often or like too many times, that's when it gets a bit frustrating. Of course, I've had, because of my constant change in jobs, I've not sure honor or what, but I don't have to experience this very often lah. Cause like in 2 years, how many times can the same person go on maternity leave, right? So like it's not that often. So I don't get. To me, generally, maternity leave is your right. You should. I think you should go also. Once having a child is very pain enough. You do need that time to bond with your kid. You also need to recover and things like that lah. And that's where I guess we all can understand. But really, sometimes the too many one, it's just like, take a break, guys. Either take a break from having kids or take a break from your job. Choose one.
I don't have any inputs on this. Like, I only hear my sister like they're talking about it. Then I'm like, okay, I can't feel it. Like, because I am the only person who is like getting pregnant in this entire place, and then like the rest of them, they are not married or like guys. So like they don't have like no chance of it at all.
I think it will take the stress off working moms if they want to go for a second or third child, like if there's more government support.
Yeah, that's very true. Yes. So like the companies can officially like help them, and also officially like practice
Instead
some
of
flexibility.
instead of splitting the load between existing staff, then everybody even more stressed.
Yeah, not happy. Then they don't like. Then become like the workplace also don't want to hire.
Because honestly, I've
people
never
like
had the
that.
honor, right, of working in a team where we've hired maternity cover. So it's always been when someone goes on maternity leave, we just split the work. Yeah. And it's true lah, like especially, I mean for us, we do events, right? You really can get very jaded one sometimes. Cause you're just like, 我已经够忙了, and I already have so many events. I have like 3-4 events in a week. And then when you're down on one person, everybody else gets like more events. And you're just like, I don't have time to sleep.
She still got a dog.
Oh yeah. But then, I mean, I didn't have a dog then lah, so it wasn't an issue lah. Sleep, never mind ah. Weekend then I sleep ah. Now weekend I sleep also cannot. My I will bark at 7:15. Just like, okay, I come on now.
7:15.
Yeah, no, yesterday my husband was saying, cause he had to wake up early also, right? Then he said, wow, cannot nap. Cause like, if we are awake and we go to the room and nap, she will bark. So you also cannot sleep because she noisy.
Oh
So he said, wow, cannot nap. I said, where do you think I've been napping all this while? On the freaking sofa lah. Like,
"Eh,
then
y'all can nap eh." My
I
girl
can, I
would,
can.
would see, I say, mommy 睡觉, mommy 睡觉, mommy oh. Then I close my eyes, and she would, mama, then slap the shit on me, man.
But that's also cause generally, I think my dog is used to, in the day, because we go to work, she's very used to sleeping throughout the day. So
Baby will be
she
like,
will
wake
just
up.
sleep.
Wake up, no, wake up.
Dogs also sleep a lot lah, like more than kids generally. So it's not so bad. Like we sleep, I sleep, she can
That's
sleep.
nice.
Yeah, it's really not bad. It's just that sometimes I a bit panic. She will run and bite things. So like I 自动 after 1 hour, I own self will stir. Then I open my eyes. Hey, she's still sleeping. Okay, then I close my eyes. It's my life.
Yeah, so
Conclusion.
So I think as working moms, I think we have to acknowledge that it's the fact of life lah. We all need to go through it at this point in time. But aside from what the government can do to support, which we all agree, right? More support is needed.
GE is around the corner. Not just baby bonus. Don't give some SG60, don't know luggage or what for the babies. Please lah, give more maternity leave lah, or give more like family care leave or like parent. I don't know what was it called.
Parent care leave lah.
Parent care leave. Yes, all these leaves will encourage people to have more kids.
But I think these kind of things take a while because like policy matters and all, they take a while to formulate.
Instead of a sticker book, please.
But I think the more
What is this? Yeah.
the more immediate things that would really help is if as colleagues and as bosses, I think these are things that we can control on our end, right? It's to just be more understanding lah. And like if they need help, if they need the time off, you don't need to be such a stickler about. Then you better take leave or like.
哦，你补回那个1个小时给我
Wow,
，OK?
that's the worst. Like,
Really have.
like the 1 hour I come in, I do I sit there watch your laptop also stupid.
Because like people not open, right? Like if you work at 8, then 我补回 lor. You can't leave later, right? So you 补回 then you come at 7. For what? Nobody looking. She's not being productive. Also, you force her for what?
Yeah. So I think this is the more immediate thing that we all can like help and do our part with lah. Like just be more understanding. Or sometimes you pick up the slack, sometimes they pick up your slack also. What?
Yeah, that's
right?
true. That's
Goes
true.
both ways also. So yeah, I guess we all just need more help. Everybody, be a bit kinder. It's 2025.
Yeah. Just be kind to one another, and like government, please hear this. We don't need some luggage or sticker book to make us want to have kids. Like
Letter from the
SG60.
Prime Minister.
Yeah, letter from the Prime Minister. Can that feed my baby? No. Can that give me like I show to my employer, say, hey, Prime Minister say I give birth, I can get 1 more day leave. Cannot what? So please lah. Something more attractive for people to really think about having kids instead of like some letter or like a luggage or like what's it called? Is it a sticker book? Was it a sticker book?
I don't know.
Was it some photo album?
I have no idea. But
yeah.
just generally more tangible help would be great.
Yeah.
And with that, I think we've come to the end of today's episode. Whether or not you'll hear Celine in another one, you will find out.
We may or may not have her.
But thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for
Thank you very
having me.
much. And I hope we will have none of the technical difficulties again.
Anymore.
Yeah. So we need your blessings.
And-
Blessings.
Yeah, blessings, guys. Thank you very much.
And bye-bye.